Hey, how's it going? Today is 19 Monday, and we are taking a look of August, and we are taking a look at the market and what some of the opportunities that's covered there. That would be a lot of information that was sent it to me. I'm not necessarily actively looking for these kind of things, but it was sent it to me or recommended to me, right, to take a look at since recently, about 3 or 4 days ago, perhaps there was an event or of some sort. I don't know all the details, right? Since there would be a lot of defense or assault, I would say, or defense. I don't know. Equipment, right? Information that I sent it to me that would be air and land, right? So some of this equipment and all prototypes we're gonna be taking a look at. Myself, I thought to give a wider perspective, we're gonna take a look at air, land, and sea equipment, right? So that's one I have looked for. Other information is just sent it to me, I guess. So we can take a look at. So it's this channel is not do not condemn violence, right? So that's important to mention, right? So if this equipment and purposes of how to use this equipment best, do not use it. Perhaps have it, but do not use it. Best option, right? But there would be people and people who were making decisions how this tools potentially would be used. That's a different issue, right? From engineering perspective, it's what we're interested in and what kind of solutions these prototypes potentially would be able to offer. Starting with potentially aviation, we can take a look at 621 miles per hour speeding attack drone, something that's called Grom U, display at Russian Army 2024 event. So there potentially was an event, and that's maybe a reason why there's so many articles what was sent to me or recommended to me, right? So we can take a look at something that was this event have taken place at 14, so potentially roughly about 5 days or so ago, right? The Grom U is being designed to focus on the drone wingman for Russia manned aircraft such as Su-35 and Su-57 fighters, right? I need to double check when it comes to equipment and sales. So, who are the governments who selling the most military hardware? I think that Russia is at the second place, right? We can quickly double check that and come back to this article, right? Just a quick reflection on where we're on calendar. We have finished week 155. Overall was great week. We progress into week 156. Today we're gonna be reaching out to potentially a number of customers and doing a lot of sales as well as every second day I'm gonna be doing a lot of marketing and closing week taking a look at government contracts. It just some of the stats that I managed to find 2024, and it's when I'm taking a look at, and the stats are for 2019 and 23. So potentially, when it comes to arms sales or military equipment sales, Russia seems to be at 11% compared to other governments, right? So once that been noted, we can come back to this article and see what kind of information we might be able to find. The Krostad Group has presented updated version of its Grom supersonic jet unmanned aerial vehicle. So the potential there will be no pilot, right? Which is a very interesting idea, as well as some of the limitations that some of those, I think it's fighter jets and no unmanned aerial vehicles compared to pilot, some of the jets with the pilot and some of those without the pilot. At the ongoing Army 2024 International Military Technology Forum being held outside Moscow, the updated version of the drone is unofficially called the Grom U. I don't like the name, and there's some perhaps history attached to it. I think U is something that U boats, and that would stand for submarines, quote unquote, right? So perhaps it was labeled like that by somebody else, not necessarily by the person who have designed it, but either way. And it might come with additional features. Currently under development, the Grom U is being designed to focus on the drone wingman for Russia's manned aircraft such as Su-35 and Su-57 fighters. The new design is for the drone presented at the Russian exhibition. Looks slightly different from the earlier versions deployed by the. There is a company that lets perhaps do not promote conflict and all violence, right? Hinting can upgrade engineering on professional capabilities. So that would be the gist of it. Perhaps we can take a look at some of the characteristics and what makes this potentially unmanned aerial vehicle different, right? Groom you, a loyal wingman. Okay, okay. Was this phrase been repeated 3 times already? Let's progress. It was 4 years ago. Grom had first been unveiled in the Army 2020 forum, Russia, by this potential engineering company. According to the report, the company has stated the completion of the state contract for development of truck designed by 2022 and had proceeded with the design phase, designed to work as a wingman of a manned aircraft. The drone was being designed to be able to detect, provide, and then destroy enemy air defense systems. Okay, so very particular capabilities, right? Capable of carrying air to surface guided missiles, Grom could also carry out attack missions against land, sea, and potentially everything. Most likely, this particular platform more than likely can carry everything. The drone is designed to reach top speed for 621 miles per hour or 1000 kilometers per hour. Or sure, but we did not talk for how long. Okay, it has an operational range of 500 miles. Since there is a economic speed as well as the higher aircraft would go, the less energy it would need to travel further and faster, all these kind of things. So there's a lot of physics involved, right? The Grom can also carry loads between 2,204 pounds or 1,000 kilograms to 4,408 pounds, or okay, so 2 tons potentially, which is great, or 2,000 kilograms. So payload potentially, this is how much it can lift, or I don't know. This is the information I'm reading, by the way. For operations, which includes missiles, bombs, and other technical equipment, according to report by okay, there's another report been done, I guess. The new design of Grom U appears to make promises on stealth. However, same report also cites that it might have been done to boost speed. Okay, so since there's a particular thing that mostly chats and other governments are focusing on, so we're highlighting stealth capabilities, right? But either way, so it's ongoing thing, and I would like to briefly touch on price, but I have no idea how much of this kind of the fighter jet would cost. Roughly to estimate 40 million, I would say, perhaps slightly over, but it depends how many of them you want to buy, all these kind of things, right? And so we might give you a deal, I guess. But either way, let's progress to the next one. Let's take a look at the next system. That would be crewless howitzer prototype, right? And it's something that was published August 12, 2024. We can take a look at it, and it kind of makes sense, but they potentially made a very small scale model, and they could, because the purpose of it to reach farther, right? So that's the purpose of it. And as of now, I don't think that's optimal length of the cannon, right? So even that doesn't make sense if you're looking to make sense of some of these publications. Some of the things do not make sense, by the way. Defense industry has once again showcased its ambitious military development efforts with unveiling of a crewless howitzer prototype at the Army 2024 exhibition. Prototype named Clever. Okay. So I don't even know who was design team for this one. I don't think that was even local engineers who was designing this particular machine, as well as I think this particular machine has way too many moving pieces and would be breaking constantly apart if you would ask me. So that's my own feedback and opinion, right? What you doing? Mounted on a track platform. It has a track platform. I think that's original track platform. So there's a lot of moving pieces inside this machine. I don't know about this particular piece on a Canon and who was the design team of the Canon. I believe it was completely different people. But either way, is the latest serious military innovations presented at various international exhibitions and national parades, many of which have yet to see active deployment in battlefield. The Cruel's 122mm installed on the MTS-19 track platform. I think track platform, it was something that was designed by one team, and the Canon was designed by a completely different team, but either way, it's designed for remote operations according to the brief description provided in the exhibition. The howitzer has to be controlled from a distance of up to 500 meters. Okay. The system features automation leader capabilities of holding 4 rounds, allowing the execute a series of shots before retreating to a safety for reloading, right? As well as cannon is way too short, as well as the cannon itself has way too many moving pieces, and there's a video available online that I have watched. Well, I don't know if that's original video and all this kind of thing, since that's very sensitive information. So why they would publish this kind of information again? So let's progress to the next one. We were taking a look at air, land, and now let's take a look at sea and what potentially information is available there. Some of those articles might be published by journalists. Some of those articles might be published by different businesses for different reasons, right? Again, let's take a look at what potential information is available online, and sometimes it might still be prototypes, right? So it's not finished, quote unquote, versions of different platforms, right? New Russian Navy, Murena, okay, okay. Maritime drone shows with possible, okay, so there are potentially different businesses working together, but I don't know if it's accurate, right? So it's something that's being discussed during, or if we were to read this article, potentially there's something that's being discussed and how this systems would be able to operate, right? Russian defense shows that known for the constant design and models of boats and submarines, which rarely get built. Okay. So this system not necessarily will be built, right? The current climate markets seem particularly challenging for them. New Russian defense companies are emulating the Ukrainian and/or building uncrewed surface vessels. I don't think this statement is accurate. One new type appears to have, okay, so the connectivity, right, and how, I don't think it's what they're referring to, right? There's particular businesses who offer internet services. The thing that's it, I think that is very radar, so potentially that could be a radar, it could be many things, right? But who knows, right? Author of this article, I haven't read it previously, right? But I think this author spent a lot of time doing research and what capabilities perhaps Ukraine or other defense companies and all governments do have. And he keeps referring to this particular government, that would be Ukrainian capabilities, right? But I'd say they're just doing a lot of research currently in the market, and both governments trying to understand each other's capabilities, right? And I don't think it's accurate information, so I don't know, I can perhaps share, but I won't be reading it. I don't think it's accurate. Since things are constantly moving and changing, right? Let's close on that. Either way, we have covered air, land, and sea capabilities, and there might be just a lot of projects in prototype phase. Thanks for watching. See you next one.